A young fellow, depleted and ridiculous, appears on an ocean side, gazing upward quickly to see two small kids, Claire Gere and Magnus Nolan, playing in the sand before he drops. An outfitted watchman, Tohori Musayun, finds him and has him brought to a huge, coastline royal residence where the owner, an older Japanese man, is recounted the more interesting appearance. The main items found on him were a handgun and a metal top. The elderly person permits a more abnormal passage. He is hauled in and given some food which he battles to gobble as the elderly person gets a metal top and says, "You help me to remember someone, a man I met in a half-recalled dream. He was equipped with a few extremist thoughts." The more bizarre looks into an acknowledgement as the scene shifts. Dom Cobb Leonardo DiCaprio and his accomplice, Arthur Joseph Gordon-Levitt, address a planned client, Sato Ken Watanabe, in a frightfully competitive lounge area about the administration's gift. Explicitly, security against hoodlums had practical experience in extricating important data from a subject while they are dreaming. Cobb makes sense of that. When one is snoozing, one's psyche is powerless against assault, and what he can do is train Sato's brain to subliminally guard against extractors to safeguard anything inside or facts he might stow away. He backs up his case by uncovering that he is the most gifted extractor there is and realizes every one of the stunts in question. Seeming suspicious, Sato stands to leave, telling Cobb he will think about his recommendation, and weighs out the space to join a little party in the fundamental lobby. Arthur projects Cobb a look, saying he knows as the room shakes. They stroll to an external overhang where other party participants blend, and Arthur focuses to a lady close by, asking Cobb what she's doing here. Cobb guarantees him that he'll deal with it and to continue with the gig. He knows where Sato's privileged insights are. He looked over at a safe the moment Cobb referenced the word. Cobb approaches the one who inquires as to whether he misses her. He answers that he in all actuality does, yet can't confide in her any longer. They retreat to a confidential room where Cobb attaches a rope to the leg of the seat and removes the end from the window. He tells the lady, Mal Marion Cotillard, to sit down as she inquires as to whether the kids miss her. Cobb stops a second prior to saying, "I can't envision." He then, at that point, repulses through the window to an edge underneath, almost falling when Mal leaves her seat. He breaks into the room beneath and gets to the safe, trading out the manila organizer inside for another. As the lights in the room turn on, he turns with his weapon out to see Mal pointing a firearm at him and remaining next to Sato and a gatekeeper holding Arthur. Cobb inquires as to whether she told him, as he slides his firearm across the table. Sato answers that you are here to take from me, or that we are sleeping. This validates. Them three are connected to a posse versatile computerized Somnachin intravenous gadget which takes care of them the rest drug Somnachin, keeping them generally snoozing and permitting dream sharing. They are looked after by Nash Lucas Haas, one more of Cobb's accomplices. He really looks at Sato, resting on a bed, prior to going into one more space to beware of Arthur and Cobb, both snoozing in seats. Cobb's seat sits over a tub brimming with water. Blasts and yells outside draw nearer as a horde of agitators drops down the road. Inside the fantasy, Mal holds her firearm to Arthur's head, however Cobb tells her the danger is vacant, as he hands the manila organizer over to Sato, since shooting him will just awaken him. Mal grins in understanding, however says that aggravation is just in the brain and seen as genuine as she shoots Arthur in the knee, making him shout out. Cobb jumps across the table and recovers his weapon.
You're waiting for a train. A train that will take you far away. You know where you hope this train will take you. But you don't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. How can it not matter to you where that train will take you?
Because we'll be together.
How could you bring her here, Dom?
What is this place? This is the hotel suite where we used to spend our anniversary.
What happened here?